Hi everybody, Wagner Nolasco here with Build to Rent Direct. Today I have a great friend of mine here, one of the persons that has been my partner in several businesses, also a very good real estate professional in the state of Florida, a big influencer with over 1.5 million followers overall in his social media campaigns, and one of the most respected persons that I have personally known into the Latin American community. Today, I brought in my friend and my partner, Pablo Farias. Welcome, Pablo.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Pablo, you are amazing. You're a very successful guy, one of the best in Central Florida, a good real estate professional and investor. And today, I was with Robert Kiyosaki in Belize for about 8 days. And one of the things that everybody was sending to me talking about is, they keep saying, the big economists, everybody in the real estate industry, is the depreciation of the dollar, right? So today we're going to be talking about a little bit about the international markets, what's happening with the dollar, are we going through inflation, how is the overlook of international markets into the real estate in the US, and I think it's really important for us to start with the dollar, right? So the dollar is one of the biggest currencies held worldwide, even for international banks, for International Monetary Fund. So if we collapse, the world will follow, correct? What do you think the Latin American overview on the dollar is? Is it devaluing? Is it appreciating? Is it losing? No?
I think they don't care. You know,
Okay.
I think they don't care. You know, what I think is, if anything happens to the United States, it's going to be much worse to South America. So they always going to be looking ways to send money over to U.S. I think what they think is, you know, if the United States is going through hard times, imagine what's going to happen to our country.
Wow.
And I think that's one of the reasons why. And most of my clients are foreigners, and what they do is they just trying to save their money and send over to U.S. to transform their currency in dollar. And a lot of the Americans, I think their views is only inside of this country. If you go outside, you're going to see how strong the economy here is. You know, the market, look at the market right now. You know, the real estate market is just insane. People, they don't have homes to buy. I mean, it's freaking hard. And that scares me a little bit, you know, when Americans come to me and say, listen, what's going to happen? Everything's going up, you know, the inflation. And I was like, come on, man. Just be glad you got everything here. And another thing, imagine this. Nobody, you know, it doesn't matter what happened to the economy. Nothing's going to change the real estate market as it is right now. I think because we don't have inventory.
There you go.
If we don't have inventory, people's going to, the demand. People are going to look for homes to buy. And I don't think we should be scared about what's going on right now. I think most of what's going on right now, you know, from my experience is, you know, from the pandemic, you know, a lot of people, they bought, you know, all the materials, and now we are not producing as we used to. And that's one of the reasons why everything is going up. But it's going to start to go down again. I think things is going to go better. But I don't think they care, you know, especially the foreigners. They just want to bring money over here, man, buy homes and, you know, make their future.
Well, if you're listening to this podcast or watch us on YouTube, one of the things that I'm going to tell you is you have hard competition coming from overseas. A lot of money are coming here trying to buy houses. Listen to what Pablo said. So some of the important numbers that I have gathered for this podcast, Pablo, is we have 7.8 million houses that we are in need in the U.S. today. And we're talking about entry-level homes, right? Homes for the entry-level workers, police officers, teachers, nurses, technology companies, distribution centers. And that's where we actually invest in to supply inventory for you guys. But one of the most important things, we have no inventory. We're lacking 7.8 million homes. Construction cost is going up. Cost of living is going up. We're having inflation. Some people may not call it inflation. So listen to this guy. It does not matter. It does not matter what happened to the dollar. It's still the safest and the most responsible investment anybody from Latin America can have. Now, you, as an American, Pablo, they don't know that, but we are the only country in the whole world that you can get a 30-year fixed mortgage for 30 years. That's the biggest leverage against inflation, guys. Can you tell us a little bit about the mortgage world in Brazil? What's the interest rates like? What, can they get a mortgage?
It's insane. I mean, it's a little bit better now. It used to be worse. But we are talking about at least, double of what we pay here.
Wow. And is that fixed?
No, it's not fixed, you know. It's not fixed. And another thing here, it's anything you pay over your monthly, mortgage payment, it's going to go directly to what you owe to the bank, reducing the years of mortgage. In Brazil, that's not a reality. So people this is the safest way to buy a home here.
There you go.
Yeah.
So basically what you're saying is if you pay all the extras, all the overage on interest rates, it does not apply to your principal overseas, meaning you're paying off the bank's debt, what you owe on interest. No, it doesn't come towards your principal. I believe only the U.S., and I'm pretty sure that this is what I have researched, we are the only country in the world that has a 30-year fixed mortgage, guys. And we have a beautiful support from the government called Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac that actually gives you subsidized rates for you to go ahead and buy investment properties. And you can have up to 10 properties subsidized by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. 10 loans, meaning you can have 10 single-family homes, you can have 20 doors, 10 duplexes or 20 doors, or you can have 10 quadruplexes with 40 doors. So imagine what country in the world does that.
Yeah, it's a great retirement plan,
Yeah.
People can buy 10 homes, they can put 25% down, and then rent the properties. They're going to have some overflow, some cash flow, put that money into the principal, and by 16, 17 years, they can have all the homes paid in full, and there you go. You got your retirement plan.
Pablo, I know that you're investing in single-family homes as well for your personal portfolio right now in cash flow, as well as I am. And one of the areas that we love is actually Palm Bay, so great returns. I mean, SpaceX is there, Blue Origin. If you had an advice, to any investors, as soon as they're starting, what would you tell them? I mean, what advice would you give them if they're just starting up?
Those areas is the best place to invest right now. Don't look for anything expensive. I mean, I don't like, as an investment. I think my price point it's at like $350 and below. Anything over that, you're in that thin line. If anything happens to the market, and I don't think it's going to happen anything, crazy. But if anything happens to the market, what's going to happen is the most expensive homes, it's going to drop a little bit. I don't think much. But the affordable homes, I don't think anything's going to happen to the affordable homes. Look at 2008. And that's one thing that we should mention. What we are experiencing right now, it doesn't have anything to do with 2008. 2008 was about the real estate market.
Right.
A lot of subprime loans. We don't have that today.
No, everything is very well controlled.
But even that, if you had a property paid in full in 2008, the price of your home was right here, line. And then the price dropped, but the rent stayed the same. And then you got the curve, and then the curve reached you back there. So nothing happened to you. Everybody was going nuts, and you had your property rented, receiving your money, monthly. So even if something happens, if you own a property, people always going to need a place to live.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pablo, you said something that I really, really, really believe in, is you only realize losses or gains in real estate if you sell it, right? So in 2008, if you're a smart investor, you have a fixed interest on a mortgage, a 30-year fix, probably it's the best option to go. Unless you sell your property, you're not going to realize any losses. Nowadays, those properties are actually worth more money than what they were in 2008. So real estate is a safe play. It's a good play any day of the week. Pablo, if you can give us an advice, have you ever read a book that you want to share with the audience? What's your favorite book?
Your friend, of course, his books are awesome. Kiyosaki.
Kiyosaki's books.
Any of the books, he wrote. I should recommend to anyone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for helping us. I really believe Pablo is a very spiritual, and he really believes in God, right? So, he's a guy that follows the Bible into his days, and I know him on a personal level. So listen to him. This guy is one of a kind, and I can tell you right now, and I'll vouch for him, he is the most knowledgeable person that knows the Orlando market as well as the international Latin American market. Pablo, if you had any advice of any mistakes you have made, what would you tell people to try to avoid on your real estate or investment career?
Yeah, don't wait. Opportunities come and go, and if you if you wait too much, you're gonna regret. And a lot of people did that. You know, I remember there's a place here in Central Florida called Hamley, Horizon West. I went there, you know, 2014, the beginning of 2014, and I brought a client there, and he saw only cows and farms and no roads, nothing. And there was one community there, and I told him, listen, you should buy a home here. He was like, man, come on, we don't have anything here. I was like, I mean, I'm telling you, you know, this place is gonna grow, and you're gonna regret this. And he was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to you. So he bought 5 homes there. He paid $325 in the first one, and the last one's like $350 something. 3,600 square foot homes.
Wow.
In that area. And today those homes is worth around 670, 680.
Whoa, almost double.
So I mean, you should, if you wait until the bus come and you let the bus go, I think what's gonna happen is you're just gonna regret, and everybody's gonna keep going, and you there stuck.
Yeah, I have a definition. Everybody keeps telling that we're lucky to be in the right place at the right time, and I agree with that. But the definition of luck for me is when preparation meets opportunity, right? So you create your own destiny, you create your own future. If you let the opportunities pass by, guess what? They're not going to come back. If everybody's waiting for a 2008, 2009 again, you're probably going to be 100 before you see that happen again. Guys, I can tell you as a personal investment, I'm investing right now. I have 5 new houses under construction in Ocala for me. We have some houses under construction in partnership in Palm Bay for us. So I'll tell you what, yesterday was the best day to buy. 6 months ago was even better, but today is the day. If you don't buy anything today, don't cry tomorrow that you're not in the real estate play and you're losing equity, you're losing money, you're losing cash flow. Cash flow is king, guys. What I can tell you is this: receiving the mailbox check every month, I love it.
And it doesn't matter what happened to the market. Like affordable homes, what, you know, if the price drops, you know, a lot, let's say 15%. Let's talk about 15%. Your rent's gonna stay the same. If it drops like $50, you know, and then the market's gonna come back to what it used to be. So affordable home, I think that's the way to go. You know, and if you talk to anybody that's a billionaire, a millionaire, what they're gonna tell you is, listen, I have rental properties. That's all I have. Oh, so how much are your properties? Over $1 million? No, affordable homes.
There you go.
That's what I have.
Entry-level homes, guys, is the way. So, Pablo, you're a very successful guy with over 1.5 million subscribers and followers in all social medias. And I witnessed this firsthand. I went to Brazil with Pablo, and people was stopping him at the airport to ask, oh, are you Pablo Farias and stuff? So he's a big deal, right? Give us some advice. What does a very successful guy like yourself, an influencer that can change a lot of people's life, do every day as far as your routine? What do you do every day?
Gather good information. You know, I don't sell property. What I do is I give people good information. You know, information that's going to be good for their family, for their future. And if you keep sharing that information, people are going to buy things from you.
There you go.
Yeah. I think that's a key, you know. Just try to help people, and things is going to come in a good way for you.
Education, guys. He's giving you information. He's researching. He's putting a lot of time into becoming a better person to give you the precise information you need to make your right decisions. Pablo, any final remarks for our listeners?
No, man. I just wish a good luck to everybody. And like I said, you know, don't wait. Opportunity comes and go.
Thank you very much. Do not invest where the sun does not shine. This is Wagner Nolasco and Pablo Farias at Built to Rent Direct. Please go to www.builttoRentDirect.com. Go to our Facebook. Give us a thumbs up. Go to our Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Thank you very much. Have a great day. This is Wagner Nolasco from Built to Rent Direct.